Today I'm going to be talking to you about Microsoft Word 2013 for Windows 10. So if you have a different version of Windows, that's the operating system you're running on your computer, or if you're running a Mac, this video may be a little confusing to you. This is specifically for Microsoft Word 2013 and Windows 10. Okay, let's get started. You're going to go ahead and type or click on the Microsoft Word icon down in the lower taskbar. If you don't have Word in the taskbar, you might have it on your desktop somewhere on your screen that would live up there. But if you don't see Microsoft Word anywhere on your computer, go ahead down here where it says Search the Web in Windows, click and type Word. And if you have it on your computer, it should say Word 2013. Just go ahead and click it, and Microsoft Word will launch. The first thing you notice when Microsoft Word launches is that you have a bunch of choices to make. Do you want to start with a blank document? That would be this particular document right up here. Or do you want to use a predefined template? Now, a template does all kinds of things for you. It really helps you become a better designer right from the get-go. So, for example, if I wanted to create a report that had these particular colors in it, I might choose this template. Or if I wanted to make a flyer that had this sort of same look and feel, but maybe I wanted to add a new picture in, I might choose this template. There's templates for everything from business to resume design, flyers, invoices, all kinds of things. All you would have to do is click up in the search for templates and type what you're looking for. We'll have another video on templates another time, but for today we're going to start with just a blank document. So I'm going to go ahead and double click right here where it says blank document, and you can just double click anywhere on that rectangle where it says blank document, double clicking, and Microsoft Word opens up. What you're going to notice if you've worked with a previous version of Microsoft Word is that this version is a little bit different. And what Microsoft has gone ahead and done is recategorize the menu items at the top. We've got File, Home, Insert, Design, and so forth. And the way that this is organized is under the Home tab, for example, we've got all our clipboard features. That would be our cut, copy, and paste. If you're not familiar with that, that's okay. We'll go over that in a little bit. We've also got our font grouping here, and the font grouping is where you would change any characteristics about your font. So that would be the size or the type of font that you want, or even the color of the font that you'd like to choose from. So you can choose from lots of different colors in your font grouping. And then the paragraph grouping right here, which it will change any characteristic about your paragraphing. So that would be your line spacing, single space, double space, triple space. If you'd like to have a bulleted list or a numbered list or an outline list, that's where those kinds of things would be in this paragraph grouping. We're going to talk about styles in another video, but styles is really important, as well as the editing grouping, which lives way over here on the right-hand side. In order to start typing your document, simply just go ahead and type. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So, if I'm not mistaken, that should cover every letter in the alphabet by typing that. As soon as I finish typing, you'll notice this little I-beam at the end of the sentence. That I-beam, that little flashing cursor, actually, is where the next bit of text will appear. Okay, and I can't just move my mouse down here somewhere and start typing down here, because that's not how Microsoft Word works. If I'd like to move to the next line, I'm going to tap the Enter key, and that will bring my cursor to the next line. And if I'd like to go backwards, I'm just going to hit my backspace key, which will take me back one step. So remember, if you want to go forward, hit the Enter key, and that'll take you down a line. As long as I keep hitting the Enter key, it'll keep going down. If I want to go backwards, I'm just hitting the backspace key. Okay? And if I'd like to skip 5 spaces, which is the default setting for the Tab key, if I hit the Tab key, it's going to jump 5 spaces, and it'll just keep jumping 5 spaces as I keep tapping that. Again, it's going just 5 spaces along the way as I continue to hit that Tab key. Tab key lives on the keyboard in the left hand portion of your keyboard, and it's usually kind of in the upper left hand portion of the keyboard. I'm going to hit the backspace key a couple times just so that I can go back to where I started here. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to change the color of the font. And in order to do that, I'm just going to bring my mouse up here. I'm clicking the left mouse button, and I'm dragging, while holding down the left mouse button, I'm dragging across all of the text. Once I drag across all of the text, it becomes selected, and then I can change different things about this particular font. One of the things I might want to change is the font size. So I have a couple ways I can change the font size. The first way is to click right up here, this little downward pointing arrow, and I'm going to click that and scroll down, and as you notice, as I roll over each of those font sizes, the text gets bigger and bigger. Now 72 points is strangely not the largest this font can go, but this is the largest that you can go by just clicking and dragging your mouse over those particular numbers. Let's just go ahead and make this like a 20-point font. I'm going to click on the number 20, and that confirms my font size. Okay, I might also want to change the color of the font, and the color of the font lives right here next to this A with the red underline right here. And I'm just going to click the downward pointing arrow next to it, and I'm going to change this to a lovely shade of orange. So notice, even though I've changed the color and the size, the font still remains selected or highlighted. That's why the gray box is around it. I'm going to go ahead and click over just somewhere in the white area, and that will unselect it or deselect that particular font color. So that's a tiny bit preview of Microsoft Word, and hopefully you've learned a little something.